हेलो फ्रेंड्स, हम अपने इकोनॉमिक्स अफेयर्स की वीडियोस को आगे कंटिन्यू करते हैं। पीरियोडिक लेबर्स फोर्स सर्वे अप्रैल 2025। इंडियाज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट्स फॉर अप्रैल 2025 was 5.1% according to the first monthly release of periodic labor force survey on May 15, 2025. Monthly estimations to estimate employment and unemployment indicators such as labor force participations, worker populations, ratios, and unemployment rates are on a monthly basis for both rural and urban. At the all Indians levels in the current weekly status CWS quarterly estimate for rural and urban areas. For the first times, quarterly results of PLFS are extended to rural areas, ensuring comprehensive data covering both rural and urban regions in the current weekly status. Annual estimates for the both rural and urban key employments and unemployment indicators are planned to be estimates in both usual status and current weekly status on an annual basis for rural and urban areas. Monthly bulletins. Data will be published in the form of monthly bulletins. The first edition was released for April 2025, marking the beginning of this series. Key findings. Labor force participation rate is current weekly status amongst persons of age 15 years and above was 55.6% during April 2025. Labor force participation rates in rural areas was 58.0% and LFPR labor force participation rate in urban areas was 70.7 50.7% for during April 2025 for persons of same age groups. So labor participations rates percentage in current weekly status persons of age 15 years are above during the April 2025. So ये जो टेबल दिया हुआ उसे आप पढ़ लीजिए, मैं जूम कर देता हूँ। PLFS Annual Report 2022-2023 National Samples Survey Office Ministers of Statistics and Program Implementation released Periodic Labor Force Annual Reports July 2023 June 2024 on September 23, 2024. PLFS Periodic Labor Force Surveys was launched in 2017. Key finding. Labor force participation rates is usual status for persons of age 15 year and above was 60% during July 2023 to June 2024. Worker population ratios is usual status for person age of 15 years and above 58.2% during July 2023-2024. Unemployment rates is unusual status PS plus SS was 3.2% both male and female age 15 year and above during the July 2023 and June 2024. Sample registration ratios 2022 and 2022. As per sample registration reports 2022 released by Registrar General of India's on June 12, 2025, India has continued to witness a significant improvements in key maternal and child health indicator sample registration systems. Report 2019-21 was published on May 7, 2025. The analysis includes bigger states, union territories with population exceeding 10 million as per census 2011. As a sample registration systems 2020 to 2022 estimates birth trend declines 36.9 in 1971 to 19.1 in 2022. The reduction of 11% over the last decades. Rural during 2013 to 2022 declined from 22.9 to 20.8, 9% declines. Urban during 2012 to 2022 declines from 7.3 to 15.5. In 2022, the highest birth rate has been observed at 26.9 in Bihar, whereas Andaman and Nicobar has the lowest birth rates of 10.2. That rate dropped 14.9 in 1971 to 6.8 in 2022. The death rate was 7.5 in 2021. Rural areas decreased 7.9 in 2021 to 7.2 in 2022. Urban area decreased for 6.6 in 2021 to 6.0 in 2001. The death rate in 2022 has been declined after a sudden rise of 2021. In 2022, Chhattisgarh has recorded the highest death rates of 9.0, whereas the lowest death rate has been recorded in Chandigarh's. Infant mortality rates dropped from 129 in 1971 to 26 in 2022, a fourfold reduction. In the last decade, IMR infant mortality rate has reduced 35%. Rural area declined from 44 to 29%. Urban area dropped 27 to 18%. 33% reductions. Despite the decline, 1 in every 38 infants dies within the first year of lives at the national levels. In 2022, the maximum infant mortality rate has been reported in Madhya Pradesh 40, the minimum in Manipur 3. In 2022, U5MR for the country's shows in decline 1 point from 2021, 30 in 2022 against 31 in 2021. Maternal mortality rate in India was 2022. It is heartening that the maternal mortality ratio in India has declined over the year to 88 in 2020 to 2022 from 93 in 2019 to 21 and 97 in 2018 to 20 as per SRS 2022 reports. 8 states have already attained SDG Sustainable Development Goals of maternal mortality rates. Kerala 18, Maharashtra 36, Tamil Nadu 38, Telangana 50, Jharkhand 50, Andhra Pradesh 47. Others key highlights of the report: sex ratio at birth for the countries has gone up by 1 points to 914 in 2021 to 22 from 913 in 2020 to 21. Kerala and Chhattisgarh has reported the highest sex ratio at birth in 970, while Uttarakhand has lowest 857. Sex ratio at birth for rural and urban was 912 and 921 respectively during 2021 to 2022. Total fertility rate for the country has remained same 2.0 in 2022 and 2021. During 2022, Bihar has reported highest total fertility rates 3.0, while Delhi and Tamil Nadu has reported the lowest total fertility rate. It is noteworthy that the replacement levels total fertility rate with 2.1 has been attained at the national level, along with the Delhi 1.3, Tamil Nadu 1.3, West Bengal 1.4, and Kerala 1.5, Punjab 1.5, Himachal Pradesh 1.5, Maharashtra 1.5, Andhra Pradesh 1.6, Jammu and Kashmir 1.6, Karnataka 1.6, Telangana's 1.6, Odisha 1.7, Uttarakhand, Gujarat 1.8, 1.9, Haryana 2, and Assam's 2.1. At present, rural women having total fertility rate of 2.2 at the national level would have about one child more than urban women's. Total fertility rates of 1.6 on average. In case of about 94.3% live births, the mothers had receives a medical attention and delivery either at the government hospital or a private hospital 2022. The sample registration systems 2021 reports published on May 2025. The crude birth rates at the national levels during 2021 stand in 19.3, exhibiting of decline 0.2 points over 2020. Among the bigger states, UT, the maximum crude birth rates have been reported in Bihar 25.6 and Andaman and Nicobar's island has the lowest birth rate of 10.6. Minimum states Kerala, the crude death rates of a country is 7.5 in 2021. Among the biggest state UT, the maximum crude death rates has been reported for Chhattisgarh 10.1 and the minimum Delhi and Chandigarh's. Infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate has also registered 1 point declines to 27 in 2021 from 28 in 2020 at national levels. Amongst the biggest state UT, the maximum infant mortality rate has observed in Madhya Pradesh 41 and the minimum in Kerala at 6. The infant mortality rate for countries has come down 27 in 2021 from 34 in 2016, a decline of 7 points over the last 5 years and an annual average declines of about 1.4 points. The corresponding decline on the rural infant mortality rate has been to the tunes of 8 points, 38 in 2016, 30 in 2021, against the declines of 5 points in the urban infant mortality rates, 23 in 2016 to 18 in 2021. Both the genders have shown decline this period, 2016-20 2021. In 2021, 5 MRs for the countries has shown declines of 1 point from 2020 31 in 2021 against 32 in 2020. There has been a declines in net of U5 MRs and 2 points declines in females U5 MRs during the corresponding period. Sex ratio at birth for the countries has gone up by 6 points to 913 in 2019 to 21 from 2007 in 2018-20. Kerala has reported higher sex ratios but 962 while Uttarakhand is lowest 852. Sex ratio at birth for the rural and urban was 912 and 918 respectively. During 2019 and 2021, total fertility rate of the country has been remained same 2.0 2021 and 2020. During 2021, Bihar has reported highest total fertility rate 3.0 while Delhi and West Bengal have reported lowest total fertility rate. Provisional estimates of annual GDP 2024 and 25. On May 30, 2025, National Statistics Office's Ministry of Statistics and Programs Implementations released by provisional estimates of annual gross domestic products for the financial years 2024-25 and quarterly estimate GDP for January-March quarterly fours of the financial year 24-25 along with the expenditure component at consonants 2011 and 12 and the current prices. Key highlights: real GDP has been estimated to grow by 6.5% in financial year 2024-2025. Nominal GDP has witnessed a growth rate of 9.8% in the financial year 2024-2025. In quarter 4 of the financial year 2024 and 2025, real GDP and nominal GDP has been estimated to grow 7.4% and 10.8% respectively. Construction sector estimates record growth rate at 9.4 financial year in 2024 and 2025, followed by 8.9% growth in public administrations defense and other services, and 7.2 growth rate in financials, real estate and professional services sector. Primary sector has been 4.4 growth rates compared to growth rate of 2.7 observed in previous financial year during quarter 4 financial year 2024 and 25. This sectors has been observed 5.0% growth rates as compared to 0.8 growth rates in quarter 4 of previous financial years. Private financial consumption expenditures has reported 7.2% growth rate during financial years 2024-25 as compared to 5.6 growth rates in the previous financial year. Gross fixed capital formations has recorded 7.1% growth rates during financial year 2024-25 has been 9.4 growth rates in quarter 4 financial year 2024-2025. Provisional estimates GDPs for financial year 2024-2025 and expenditure components at 2011-12 prices. So आइटम्स दे रखे हैं और प्रोविजनल एस्टिमेट एनुअल जीडीपी फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2024-2025 एंड इट्स एक्सपेंडिचर्स एंड करंट प्राइसेस. सो फ्रेंड्स, आप ये टेबल्स देख लीजिएगा, करंट प्राइसेस पे दे रखा है. और ये अब amalgamations of regional rural banks. The amalgamation of 26 regional rural banks and 11 states and union territories has come into effect on May 11, 2025. This marks the fourth phase of RRB amalgamations aims and strengthens the RB enhancing government, improving credit flow and advancing financial inclusions. The amalgamations was done by the central government in exercise of the powers conferred under the Regional Rural Acts 1976. The latest amalgamations was done by the central government in exercise of the powers conferred under the Regional Rural Acts 1976. The latest amalgamation is based on the principles of one state's one RRB notified by the Department of Financial Service on April 8, 2025. This strategic moves against to streamline operations, reduce redundancies, and optimizing resources allocations in banking sector. Regional Rural Banks was established in 1975 based on the recommendation of Narsimham working groups. The amalgamations process begins in phase 1. 2006 10 RRB was reduced from 196 to 192. Phase 2 2013 to 2015 further consolidations brought the numbers from 82 to 56. Phase third 2019 and 2021 the count was further reduces 56 to 43. Phase 14 2025 the current phase has been consolidated 26 RRB into more efficient structures. MSPs for Kharifs for 2025-2026. The central government on May 8, 2025 announced the minimum support price for 14 Kharif crops for 2025-2026 seasons. The decisions has taken by the Cabinet's Committee on Economic Affairs chaired by Prime Ministers. Among the 14 crops, mungs and pulse recorded the lowest hike in MSP. Its MSP has been raised only 0.99% from 8,682 per quintal in previous years to 8,768 per quintal 2025-26. Crops MSP 2024-25 and next 2025-26 absolute hike and increase in percentage. तो रबी पे 596 रुपीज़ को इंक्रीज़ किया गया है पिछले ईयर के अपेक्षा. ज्वार पे 328 रुपीज़ लगभग 9% था और ज्वार पे लगभग 328 रुपीज़ इंक्रीज़ 9.9% लगभग। मैगट सीड्स पे 829% इस पे भी। सोयाबीन पे 436 8% लगभग। कॉटन पे 589 8% लगभग। कॉटन लॉन्ग्स स्टेपल्स पे 589 7% लगभग। मेज़ पे 175 रुपीज़ इंक्रीज़ किया गया है 7%। ग्राउंड नट पे 480 रुपीज़ लगभग 7%। सीसम पे 579 6.25। सनफ्लावर सीड्स पे 441 लगभग 0.06 पे। टूर 450 5.96 पे। बाजरा 150 5.71%। उड़द 400 5000 5.41। पैडी 69 3%। पैडी ग्रेड A 69 2%। मूंग्स 86 0.99%. Release of basic animals husbandry status. Union Ministry and Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry Dairy Rajiv Ranjan Singh's alias Lallan Singh released annual productions of basic animal husbandry statistics 2024 of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. It was released on the occasion of National Milk Day celebrates in New Delhi on November 26, 2024. Key highlight: the basic animal husbandry statistics 2024 provides key estimations for milk, egg, meats, and wool productions in India for the period from March 2023 to February 2024, based on an integral sample survey. Milk productions estimate and 239.30 million tons, showing a 5.62% growth over the past decades. Top producers include Uttar Pradesh 16.21, Rajasthan 14, Madhya Pradesh 8%, 8.91%, West Bengal saw the highest annual growth. Egg productions estimate in 142.77 billion eggs with 6.8 growth over the past decades. Major contributors include Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. Meat production estimate at 10.25 million tons with 4.85% growth over the last decade. West Bengal 12.62%, Uttar Pradesh 12.29% and Maharashtra 11.28% are key producers, with Assam showing the highest annual growth. Wool productions estimates 33.969 million, showing slight and growth. Rajasthan 47.53% and Jammu Kashmir 23.06%, with Punjab showing the highest annual growth rates. Global context: India leads in milk, ranks second in egg production worldwide. Minimum support price for Rabi. On October 16, 2024, Cabinet's Committee on Economic Affairs Chair Prime Minister Narendra approved a significantly increased minimum support price for all mandates Rabi crops for marketing 2025-2026. Key highlights: the government has approved significant MSPs increase in Rabi crops 2025-26. The highest hikes ₹300 per quintals for released and mustard, rapeseeds and mustards, followed by ₹275 for lentils. Other crops such as gram, wheat, sunflower and barley also saw increase ranging from ₹130 to ₹210 per quintals, ensuring the better farmer incomes. Minimum support price for all Rabi crops for marketing seasons 2025-26 rupees per quintals. Wheat margin over cost बॉक्स फ्रेंड्स बॉक्स में दिया हुआ है, देख लीजिएगा लगभग। नेक्स्ट पढ़ते हैं। फर्स्ट एडवांस एस्टिमेट्स फॉर हॉर्टिकल्चर क्रॉप्स 2024 and 2025. The Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare on February 7, 2025, released the first advanced estimate for 2024-25 of an area's productions of the various horticultures crops compiled on the basis of information received from the states, UT and other governmental sources agencies. So friends, ये बॉक्स देख लीजिएगा क्या दिया हुआ इसमें. Third, advanced estimates for major production in agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers May 2025 released the third advanced estimate for major agriculture crop for year 2024-2025. Total food grains production is estimates at records 3,539.5.9 LMTs, which is 2,216.61 LMTs higher than 3,322.9 LMTs in 2023-24, reflecting approximately 66.5 increase. Record production has been achieved in key crops such as rice, wheat, maize, groundnuts, and soybeans. Favorable monsoons and adverse weather significantly boost crop production by improving soil moisture and enabling optimal growth. Productions in various crops, total food grains and total oil seeds. So friends, देख लीजिए कितने friends हैं sugar cane लिए. World Trade Statistics Reviews. On July 31st, 2024, World Trade Organization released World Trade Statistics Review 2023. In box देख लीजिएगा और ये आगे हम पढ़ते हैं. In 2022, the top 5 countries for agriculture products exports were USA, Brazil, China, Canada, Indonesia, India ranked 7th, tied with Argentina's. Top 5 countries for agriculture products imports were China, USA, Japan, UK, and Canada, with India against ranking 7th. In 2022, India is ranked 7th in food exports and 8th in foods imports, with the USA, China being the top exporter and importer respectively. In 2022, India was the 4th largest importer of mining products, with China leading. India is ranked 6th in iron and steel export, with China at top. In 2022, India has 7th largest exporter of chemical and 4th largest importer, with the USA leading in both categories. India was leading exporter in textiles in 2022. In August 2024, data released by the Government of India indicates that India has become the second largest producer of aluminiums, the third largest producer of limes, and the fourth largest producer of iron ores and worldwide. World Estimates Reports. UNCTAD, United National Conference on Trade and Development, has been releasing the World Investment Reports annually in 1991. The report analyzes trends in foreign direct investments and inflow and outflows at both global and regional levels. On June 20, 2024, United Nations Conference on Trade Developments released the World Investment Report 2024. The central theme of 2024 report investment facilitations and digital governments. According to the reports, global's FDI decreased by 2% in 2023, with the global FDI falling to $1.3 trillion. The terms FDI outflows in 2023, 9 of the top 20 economies were from Asia. India is ranked 20th, while USA, Japan, and China is ranked first, second, third respectively. Switzerland and Hong Kong 4th and 5th. India recorded $28 billions of FDI inflows in 2023, 42.86% less than the previous years. Global FDI's inflows 2023 dropped by 2% from 1,356 billions in 2022 to 1,332 billions in 2023. Developing economics tops in the list of FDI recipients in 2023. Developing Asia was the largest recipients region of FDI in 2023, accounting for 46.62% of the global FDI inflow. The total FDI recipients in 2023 were the USA, China, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Brazil. India ranked 15th in FDI inflows globally in 2023, down from 8th in 2022. FDI outflows from India's in 2023 were 13 billion and 13.33 percentage decrease from 15 billion in 2022. So friends, इकोनॉमिक्स की जो न्यूज़ पार्ट ए थी वो कंप्लीट हो गई है. नेक्स्ट पार्ट में इकोनॉमिक इनिशिएटिव्स एंड स्कीम्स एंड प्रोजेक्ट्स को कंटिन्यू करेंगे. अभी के लिए थैंक यू. सो प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल्स.